I've been keeping a close eye on Caitlin Clark's so-called holiday in Europe, and I'm starting to think it's not just a simple break from basketball. It could be something much bigger. Sure, she's been saying it's all about rest and relaxation, but I don't buy it. The rumors swirling around suggest that Clark might be using this time to quietly explore offers from European clubs. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this so-called vacation ends up leading to something more permanent. Could Clark actually be considering a move overseas? With the way Europe's top leagues have been growing, it's not hard to see why they might be trying to pull her away from the WNBA. Let's break this down and see if Clark's European adventure is the beginning of a career-altering decision. Now, I get it. After a record-smashing rookie season, Clark deserves some time off, and she's chosen Europe for her getaway. On the surface, it seems innocent enough. She's sightseeing, golfing, and even joked about becoming a professional golfer in the off-season. But come on, I think there's more going on here than meets the eye. I'm not the only one hearing whispers that Clark might be having some behind-the-scenes talks with European clubs while she's there. It wouldn't shock me one bit if this trip is about more than just relaxation. Clark has been vocal about her love for golf and her desire to take a break from basketball, but let's be real, there's more to this story. European leagues offer financial incentives and better playing conditions than the WNBA. And for a player like Clark, whose game is built on finesse and precision, Europe's less physical style of play could be the perfect fit. Throw in the fact that European teams are known to pay far more than the WNBA, and suddenly these rumors don't seem so far-fetched. Even though Clark publicly stated she won't be playing in Europe this offseason, I can't help but question the timing of her trip. Could she be meeting with European clubs behind the scenes, weighing her options while keeping things low-key? I wouldn't put it past her, and I'm not the only one wondering. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing about the possibility that Clark is considering a move that could seriously shake up women's basketball. Let's face it, European leagues offer players a lot more money than the WNBA, and for someone like Clark, who's already one of the most marketable athletes in the game, that kind of payday could be hard to turn down. Spain, Italy, France, these countries have competitive basketball leagues that could offer Clark top-tier contracts, and with her skill set, she'd be an absolute star over there. If Clark decides to make the jump, she wouldn't be the first WNBA player to head overseas for financial reasons. Some of the biggest names in women's basketball have done it, and let's be honest, Clark might be next. The combination of a big payday and a league that plays to her strengths, it's almost too good to pass up. I wouldn't be surprised if she turns this holiday into something much more permanent. While Clark keeps saying she's just enjoying her time off, I have to wonder if there's more to the story. We've all seen it before, athletes using a vacation as a cover for negotiations. If Clark is quietly testing the waters with European clubs, it makes sense that she'd want to keep it on the down low until everything's in place. Could she be weighing offers behind the scenes? I think it's a real possibility. European teams, especially in Spain's Liga Femenina or Italy's Serie A, would jump at the chance to sign a player like Clark. I mean, think about it. Real Madrid, Virtus Bologna, these clubs could offer her not only the chance to dominate on a global stage, but also financial security that the WNBA just can't compete with. And with the rise of new leagues like Breanna Stewart's Unrivaled League, Clark has more options than ever. She doesn't have to stay in the WNBA if she doesn't want to. So what's Clark going to do? Stick with the WNBA or take the leap to Europe? After all, she's been a dominant force in her rookie season, setting records and drawing huge crowds. But let's not pretend the WNBA is perfect for her. The physicality, the lower salaries. There are plenty of reasons why Clark might decide to move on to something bigger and better. European basketball offers more money, and it's a style of play that fits Clark's strengths like a glove. Finesse, shooting, playmaking. If she stays in Europe, she could expand her global brand while avoiding the wear and tear of the WNBA's rough style. It's a win-win situation for her. And the timing? It couldn't be better. Clark is at the peak of her career right now, with endless possibilities in front of her. A move to Europe wouldn't just make sense financially, it would elevate her to global stardom. With European leagues gaining ground, could Clark be the next big name to make the leap? I think it's a very real possibility. Let's be honest. Top athletes don't reveal their next moves until everything is set in stone. Clark's out here talking about golf and taking it easy, but she knows exactly what she's doing. If European clubs are making offers during her holiday, she's in the perfect position to make a huge power move. And if she leaves the WNBA, it's going to send shockwaves through the entire league. Just picture it. Caitlin Clark leaves the WNBA for Europe. It would be a massive shift, not just for Clark, but for the WNBA as a whole. The league has been marketing her as one of its future stars, but if Europe offers bigger paychecks and a more fitting style of play, could the WNBA really afford to lose her? In my opinion, this holiday could be the beginning of a major career move for Clark. With rumors swirling about possible talks with European clubs, I'm left wondering, is she about to make a decision that could change women's basketball forever? Whatever happens, I'm certain we're in for a game-changing moment for Caitlin Clark and the basketball world.
I'm still human. Like, all this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, like,
the WNBA is on the verge of its biggest scandal yet. Angel Reese, one of the league's most prominent stars, is facing shocking allegations of steroid use. Could this be the end of her career? As the investigation unfolds, whispers of jealousy and desperation are surfacing. Was Reese feeling the pressure to keep up with rival Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise? With her entire legacy on the line and the WNBA in the spotlight, the stakes couldn't be higher.
He just likes to call out haters and clap back at haters and say different things.
Is this the beginning of a massive downfall for Angel Reese? Let's dive into the controversy that could change everything for the league and one of its brightest stars. Angel Reese, one of the WNBA's rising stars, now finds herself at the center of a major scandal. Reports have surfaced accusing her of using performance-enhancing drugs, specifically steroids, which are banned in professional sports. Multiple sources indicate that Reese has been caught by the WNBA's strict anti-doping policies, leading to an ongoing investigation. If these allegations are confirmed, it would be a devastating blow to her career.
Now she's classless.
Steroids offer athletes an unfair advantage, and being caught could lead to severe repercussions, from suspensions to permanent damage to her reputation. Steroid use in sports is one of the most serious offenses, and for a player like Reese, who has built her image as a fierce competitor, this could completely undermine her legacy.
There's nothing about her game that's really interesting that is going to translate to people who may not watch the WNBA.
The WNBA, known for enforcing strict anti-doping rules, will likely take harsh action if the evidence against her is substantiated. The question everyone's asking now is, was it worth it? One of the most talked about angles in this scandal is the rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Clark has taken the WNBA by storm with her record-breaking performances and flawless reputation.
She happens to be a terrific talent who's white and very, very marketable. The combination of the two things make her the golden goose for the WNBA. Go after her, compete with her, get the better of her at every turn.
While Reese has consistently been portrayed as the villain in their competitive narrative.
And maybe she embraces being the villain.
Some speculate that Reese may have turned to steroids out of desperation, unable to keep up with Clark's meteoric rise.
Is there legitimacy to these claims? Would Angel Reese actually fake an injury? Would Angel Reese prematurely end her rookie season to spare herself the embarrassment of losing Rookie of the Year to Caitlin Clark?
Could jealousy have played a role? Caitlin Clark's success has been achieved without controversy, relying solely on her hard work and natural talent. Meanwhile, Reese has faced scrutiny on and off the court, often being criticized for her attitude.
She's pissed off because she's like, it's not just about one player, it's about me too. And it's like, wait, time out. I haven't even seen it yet. This is her.
The fact that Clark has soared to the top with a clean reputation only heightens the speculation that Reese may have felt pressure to go to extremes to maintain her own status.
It didn't seem like anything was wrong. She didn't discuss an injury, so fans were actually really shocked when she came out and said that she would be out for the rest of the season. In the 24 hours after the news broke, the internet ran wild with conspiracy theories. They were wondering if she was truly injured. Did she just decide to tap out of the season because she didn't want to be in the Rookie of the Year conversations anymore?
With Clark's achievements seemingly overshadowing her, the question remains, did Angel Reese feel the need to level the playing field in a way that could now destroy her career? If these allegations are confirmed, Angel Reese's public image will take a massive hit. For a player who's marketed herself as a fierce, dominant force on the court, being associated with steroid use would tarnish everything she's worked for. Fans who once admired her competitive spirit may now view her achievements with suspicion, wondering whether her success was ever legitimate. Critics argue that if Reese is found guilty, it won't just be a case of cheating, it will be seen as a desperate attempt to keep up with the new wave of talent, especially Caitlin Clark. Social media has already lit up with speculation and debate, with many questioning whether Reese's accomplishments were truly her own or aided by illegal substances. If Reese doesn't address these allegations soon, her silence could further damage her reputation. In the court of public opinion, transparency is key, and failure to confront these rumors head-on could lead to irreversible damage.
If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. She's only 22.
Potential consequences. What's next for Reese in the WNBA? The WNBA has always prided itself on enforcing strict policies when it comes to doping, and if Angel Reese is found guilty, the consequences could be severe. Reese could face a lengthy suspension, damaging her team's prospects and derailing her personal goals. There's even speculation that, depending on the severity of the evidence, this scandal could lead to the end of her career. For the league, this scandal couldn't come at a worse time. With growing viewership and the increasing popularity of players like Caitlin Clark, the WNBA is finally starting to break into the mainstream. A doping scandal involving one of its biggest stars could tarnish the league's reputation and lead to a loss of trust from fans and sponsors alike. The WNBA's handling of this situation will be critical, and all eyes are on how they will proceed. Will they take swift action, or will the investigation drag out and leave the league in limbo? Interestingly, despite the gravity of the situation, Angel Reese's teammates have rallied around her. Haley Van Lith, a close teammate, publicly supported Reese, stating,
Angel's one of the toughest people I've been around. People speak hate into her life. I've never seen people wish bad things on someone as much as her, and it does not affect her.
Van Lith emphasized Reese's resilience, noting that she remains strong even under intense scrutiny.
She lives how she wants to live, and she don't let nobody change that. And that's the key to life right there. Y'all do not get to her. Let me say it again. Y'all do not get to Angel Reese. So you might want to give it up, throw the towel in, because you're wasting your energy. So Angel's one of the toughest people I've been around.
This backing from her team shows that, despite the controversy, Reese's leadership and presence are still valued by those closest to her. Additionally, Reese's head coach, Kim Mulkey, has a history of standing by her players during times of criticism, challenging period. But the support from her inner circle won't be enough to sway public opinion if the allegations are proven true. One thing is becoming increasingly clear. Angel Reese can't stay silent for long. The longer she waits to address these allegations, the worse the situation becomes. If Reese is found guilty and remains quiet, it will look like she was hiding the truth all along, which will only add to the backlash. On the other hand, if she's innocent, then speaking up quickly and forcefully could be her only way to save her reputation. Fans and media alike are eagerly awaiting a response, and the longer she holds out, the more damaging the rumors become. The speculation is already rampant. Will she deny the allegations, or will she admit guilt and face the consequences? If Reese chooses to go public and own up to her mistakes, it could potentially soften the blow. But if the WNBA investigation uncovers more evidence, the punishment could be severe regardless of how Reese responds. Angel Reese's future in the WNBA hangs in the balance as these steroid allegations shake the league to its core. Will she come forward and address the rumors, or will the investigation reveal the truth before she has the chance? And what does this mean for her rivalry with Caitlin Clark? One thing's for sure, Reese's next move could determine the course of her entire career. Stay tuned, because the fallout from this scandal is only just beginning.